welcome back to my channel. Josephine here. Today I'm going to talk to you about my top 10 feminine fragrances to wear during the autumn or fall and winter time. Now I get really excited when it comes to autumn and winter because it means that I can wear warmer, more comforting scents. And I've selected 10 scents that I absolutely love and have been wearing over and over again. So if you're interested in knowing what my top 10 scents are, then please keep watching. Before we get into this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you know when new videos come out. And so without further ado, here is my top 10 list for feminine fall, winter, or autumn winter fragrances. Number 10 on the list is Amber Musk by Erin. Now, Erin is a lifestyle brand that was created by Erin Lauder, who's the granddaughter of Estee Lauder. I mentioned in previous video that I absolutely love Erin fragrances, and actually another perfume is in my top 5 list. But I have to say that Amber Musk is a fantastic scent for the autumn and winter time. It is, to me, oh, this sounds so nice. To me, this scent is a definition of a warm hug. It just wraps around you like the coziest blanket and is beautiful. I'm gonna have to spray more on me actually. So good. Ooh, got a bit of alcohol in my nose. This fragrance has also a very addictive side to it, so of course it's musky, but there's also some coconut water in here, which makes it highly addictive. So the ingredients in this fragrance are rose, coconut water, musk, benzoin, and ambrox as well. So fantastic perfume for the autumn winter time. It's great for everyday wear and it will get you a lot of compliments. Number 9 is Salt Caramel by Shane Bleu. So this fragrance, I actually did a full review on it on my blog from Jus de Rose, which I also link down below. But this perfume to me is autumn in a bottle. Simply put, I actually exclusively wear the scent during the autumn time because it just conjures so many memories that are associated to autumn. When I smell this reminds me of, all the activities that you could do in autumn, like apple picking, pumpkin spice lattes, walking through parks with colorful leaves, playing around with crunchy leaves, It represents everything that I love about autumn. So as the name suggests, it smells like salt caramel. It is a true caramel scent. It is very rich and powerful, so only a few spritzes suffice, and it is absolutely stunning. The notes are caramel, sea salt, tonka bean, and sandalwood, so really, really yummy ingredients. This fragrance at first has a beautiful, creamy vanilla note that kind of reminds me of like a gooey caramel. And as it develops, it kind of has a bit of a chocolate light liquor feel to it, which reminds me a bit of Bailey's because it's very creamy as well. And then it just dries down into like a really rich, buttery caramel vanilla scent. So if you're a fan of gourmand scents that have a bit of a more autumnal feel to it, then I recommend you try this one. Number 8 is Nirvana Bourbon by Elizabeth and James. This perfume is actually quite unisex, and I think as a woman I wear it, but I also think that this could smell really nice on a man. This scent, to give you a bit more context, is a whiskey vanilla tobacco scent. It is just gorgeous. It has tuberose, oak wood, and bourbon vanilla. It kind of reminds me of whiskey aging in a barrel. It also has a bit of like a leathery and tobacco dry down, which really is beautiful. I don't get the tuberose as much. There is a side of it and it adds a bit of a spiciness and creaminess to it, but it's not super prominent in this fragrance. So it's definitely tobacco, whiskey and vanilla in a bottle. This fragrance, I recommend wearing it if you're going for like a late afternoon drink or if you're going out in the evening. It is quite powerful and will stay on the skin for a very long time, and people will be able to smell you too, so more of a nighttime scent. Next up we have Bergman Bowen by Diptyque. Now Bergman Bowen is part of the exclusive collection by Diptyque called Collection 34. And this is a oriental scent with a bohemian twist to it, so as the name of the bottle suggests. Now, I also want to show you the packaging here. It is stunning. It is cracked glass and just beautiful. Now, the notes in here are angelica seeds, benzoin, sandalwood, and patchouli. And this scent is very creamy, it's powdery, and very warm. There's definitely at the beginning kind of a soft vanilla side, which is coming from the benzoin, but then there's this beautiful association between patchouli and sandalwood. It is the combination of the two just makes the fragrance super creamy and at the same time a little bit earthy and gives that hippie vibe to the fragrance. So definitely more of an artsy feel to this perfume, I would say. I think that this perfume is great for everyday wear and is also quite rich, so it has fantastic longevity, and I would probably pair this with like lots of different layers of clothes, you know, scarves, sweaters, coats. That's the kind of scent that I would envision it wearing with. Then we have Pulp by Byredo. Now, this is probably the only fruity scent that I will include in the top 10, other than a few fake fragrances, because I'm not a huge fan of fruity scents, because I find that they're too sweet, a bit sickly. But this is the most unusual fruity scent that I've ever smelt. It is very strange, I'm not gonna lie. This fragrance is inspired by a shapeless mass of ripe fruit. So in here, there's not a oh, this is so nice. Just a moment. Okay. In here, there's not a specific type of fruit that can be detected. It's all, like the description said, it's a mass of fruit. To me, this scent is really extraterrestrial because it's nothing like I've ever smelt before. And it has a feeling of ripe fruit, but at the same time it's also a little green. You feel that there could be some exotic fruits in there, but at the same time they smell familiar. It is a very odd, complex and unusual fruity scent. I'm gonna say this scent is quite polarizing, so I would recommend trying it out in store or ordering a sample online. If you are looking for an unusual and scent that won't smell like anything or like anyone else, then I would recommend Pulp. Next we have Santal Basmati by Evanescence. I have a little story with this perfume. It took me 2 years to purchase this because this fragrance is just really expensive and I wanted to be sure that I will get my use out of it. So yes, after 2 years I caved in and I purchased it earlier this year. So Santal Basmati is a perfume by the brand called Evanescence, and Evanescence is a niche brand where the whole concept is of creating fragrances based on base notes. So base notes are like vanilla, woods, spices, notes that are quite rich, and also these are the notes that you tend to smell in a cigar. So when someone passes by and you smell a perfume, the base notes hold the perfume together. So this one is Santal Basmati. It's one of my favorites. There's a lot of other favorites too, but they're expensive, so let's just go with this one. And Santal Basmati has sandalwood and rice, and there's also, I believe, a bit of patchouli. This is amazing. It is very sophisticated. There is such a beautiful, like, cooked rice accord in here that is a little bit sweet. It reminds me a bit of vanilla rice pudding, and it just mixes with sandalwood and it makes it so elegant. As I mentioned earlier, this fragrance is composed of base notes, so it will last for a very, very long time and people will be able to smell you. People will be able to smell you like a kilometer away. That's how strong it is. And I also like to be able to smell myself all throughout the day. Number 4 on the list is a newer addition to my perfume collection, and it is Lune Féline by Adidas. Now, can we first appreciate the packaging, please? Look at this. There are gold flakes floating around in the bottle. So literally, with every spritz, you're showering yourself in gold. So it's very luxurious, and this is a really warm, super sexy oriental scent. There's a lot of different ingredients in here, lots of spices, woods, and also vanilla. If I had to summarize the scent in a couple of words, it would be a cardamom vanilla sponge cake. This is cardamom heaven. So if you don't like cardamom, I don't think you'll like this scent. Especially when you first spray it, the cardamom is quite sharp. It's like an explosion. But I like cardamom, and to me it's very autumn and wintry, so I like that. The cardamom, after an hour or so of wearing on the skin, will relax or chill down a little bit. and it will leave place for the vanilla to warm to the skin and create a really beautiful, spicy, sweet gourmand scent. This perfume is very luxurious and I said very sexy. It's more of an evening scent. I would wear it to go out for dinner or for drinks, and it is very strong and long-lasting. I wanted to just test out the longevity, and so I sprayed it on my skin and it lasted at least 12 hours. That's how powerful this perfume is. Okay, so now we're getting into my top 3 perfumes for autumn and winter. So number 3 is Bal d'Afrique by Byredo. So I've already mentioned this perfume in my top 5 favorite feminine fragrances. I absolutely love this scent and I love to wear it in autumn and winter. This perfume is super sophisticated and it's really comforting. It sits close to your skin as well. It's more of an intimate scent. There's African marigold, violet, jasmine, lemon, neroli, cedarwood, and vetiver. And to me, this scent is just so heavenly. It's really creamy and smooth, and it has a bit of a balmy feel to it as well. And this is a very easy, everyday scent that I would just throw on with like a really cozy, chunky sweater. Number 2 is By the Fireplace from Replica by Maison Margiela. I really find the Replica fragrance range very interesting in terms of concept. All their fragrances are inspired by key moments in time and each tie back to a specific memory. So this one, By the Fireplace, is inspired by, well, a fireplace that you would be gathering around in a chalet in the snowy mountains. So it is a very, very wintry scent. I've already done an in-depth review of this perfume on my blog, so if you're interested to know more, then check it out. But I actually took this perfume with me when I went on a ski holiday last winter, and it was the perfect winter scent. I wore it every single day, and I just love it so much. It is a beautiful, sweet, gourmand, smoky, woody scent. So there's notes of orange blossom, pink pepper, clove, chestnut, there's some smoky woods, there's cashmeran, and there's vanilla. So when you first spray it, you get an amazing chestnut vanilla accord in here that reminds me of crème de marron or chestnut cream, which is a dessert that I would eat very often when I was younger, so I absolutely love this scent. And then there's a really beautiful, mysterious smokiness that's given away by gaiac wood. It just reminds me of, you know, a fire crackling in the fireplace. So wonderful scent, and I highly recommend it for winter. Now this fragrance is actually quite similar in terms of overall impression to the one that I mentioned earlier, Lune Féline by Atelier des Ors. They have a similar vibe going on. One of them, so Lune Féline, is more on the spicy side and is heavy on the cardamom, and then there's vanilla, whereas By the Fireplace is much sweeter and it's also much more smokier. So if you like more spicy vanilla scents, then go for Lune Féline, but if you want something that is more sweeter and perhaps a bit more round and smooth, then go for By the Fireplace. Now my number 1 scent and all-time favorite scent for autumn and winter is Tardes by Carner Barcelona. So this perfume, similar to the Santal Basmati by Evanescence, is one that I tested for a while before purchasing the full size. And I recently got my hand on the full size, and it is one of the best decisions I've taken ever. And I'm really, really pleased with the wear that I'm getting out of this. To me, this perfume is sexy, it's sophisticated, but it's also comforting and it's radiant. It basically represents everything that I want in a scent. And the more I've been smelling it, the more I've been wearing it, I'm just thinking, if I only had one perfume to wear for the rest of my life or take on a deserted island, this would be it. I love it so much. The notes in this fragrance are rosewood, rose, cedarwood, there's tonka bean as well, heliotrope, almond, musk, and there's a few others as well. This scent smells so gorgeous. It smells like almond and heliotrope and tonka bean heaven. It's very creamy and also has a soft, powdery touch to it. It, for some reason, has a very comforting feel as well, and I was just searching as to what made me feel that way, and actually it reminds me a little bit of the scent of the plastic dolls that you would have as a child, like little plastic babies. that scent of the plastic. It's by no means synthetic at all, but it has a note that is a little bit reminiscent of that, which I absolutely love, and that's probably what makes it feel comforting to me. That being said, it is a very sexy scent, and I would recommend it more for the evening time, and it would be great for like a date or dinner or going out with friends. It's just so wonderful. So this was it for my top 10 feminine fragrances for autumn and winter. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments if you've tried any of the fragrances or if you have other perfumes that you enjoy to wear during this time of year. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! If you'd like to see more detailed fragrance reviews, make sure you check out my blog at jusderose.com and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any posts. I also create healthy dessert recipes inspired by fragrances and some candle DIY projects where I share the exact perfume formula so you can recreate them at home. Thanks again for watching!